YouTube, and welcome to High Performance Live with me, Kayode Kolade. It's so great to have you here with me. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the live show where I share with you the tips, tools, and strategies to help you be that high performer that God has created you to be. And I'm just so excited to be here with you today. It's Thursday. How has been your week? I hope your week has been going on well. You know that I'm here for you as your coach to keep cheering you on your journey, even as you go out there to accomplish all those goals that you have set out for this year, 2023. And that's why I promised myself that every week like this, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, West African time, I'm going to make sure that I'm here to do this with you, to make sure that each and every one of those goals that you have set out to achieve, that you achieve them, and not only achieve them but surpass them. You just absolutely crush them. So definitely I'm going to be here, sharing those things that I know will help you on your high performance journey. You know how we always do it, right? Every time we're doing a review of the week, I'm always asking you, um, what are you grateful for this week? What lessons did you learn this week? And what are you looking forward to in the upcoming week? And I really want to know that from you. Please do let me know in the comment section below, what lesson did you learn this week? What are you grateful for this week? And what are you looking forward to achieve next week? I would really, really would like to know. For me, I'm always just so grateful to be here to do this with you. That I can go in with my phone right there in front of the camera of the phone and talk to you like this. Always, always so grateful. I just have to keep reminding myself that, hey, did you know how awesome and amazing this is to be able to have this opportunity to do something like this? It's just where you are in that place every day where you are reminding yourself that you can't afford to take this for granted, where you have this opportunity to talk and then people have the opportunity to listen to you, and you have the opportunity to connect and do things together. A community of like-minded people who are saying that, look, we have a goal, we have a target, we are moving towards a destination. For me, it's just an awesome opportunity and a privilege to do this. And lesson that I've learned this week, just about the importance of having high performing relationships. That's the lesson that I've been learning recently, and I can't get to wait to talk more about it in a few minutes, just to go do a deep dive of the specific things that I'm learning with regards to having high performing relationships, and as it affects our performance as high achievers and as high performers. Those will share some brief things with you that I believe that you will also find helpful. And then, okay, the project that I'm looking forward to, what I'm looking forward to in the coming week, it's my brand new course. I don't know if you are aware, but my brand new course, which is the $100 week. Next week, this week, the few days to the end of this week, and next week is going to be counting down to that program. And I'm just so excited about it. It's my brand new course. It's the first time I'm having that course. And I dare say it's probably maybe one of the first of its kind, really, the $100 week. And that course is coming up in August, first week in August. So just counting down days, counting down weeks. It's just going to be. You ask, okay, what's the $100 week all about? It's a 30-day coaching program where I hold your hand to show you the psychology and practical steps to take to make $100 in a week. That's what it's about, as simple as that. 30-day coaching program where I hold your hand and show you the psychology and practical steps to take to make $100 in a week. I'm just so excited about that. And I know that is something that you probably you definitely will also be interested in. So send me a comment, just type 100 in the comment section below, and I will send you the details for you to learn more about that and to get signed up on it. You don't want to miss this opportunity. It's going to be awesome. Definitely going to be life changing. Hi, Rayla. Great to have you here. Welcome, and thank you for joining. So, just like I said, let me know what you are you how did I put it? What you are grateful for this week. what you lesson you are learning this week and what you are looking forward to, that project that you are working on in the coming week. Hi, Raila, it's great to have you here. Yes, Raila, please let me know what you are grateful for, the lesson that you learned this week, and what you are looking forward to in the upcoming week. I really want to know, Raila, and thank you for joining. And it's so great to have you here. So, just to get right into it, tools, strategies, tips to help you be that high performer that God has created you to be. And specifically, what I'll be talking about this evening is from selfie to service. From selfie to service. That's what I'm going to be talking about this evening. How do you make the move from selfie to service? Why do you even need to make the move in the first place? Why should you even be concerned about even moving from selfie to service? Oh, awesome, Raila. I'm looking forward to the $100 week course. Awesome. Looking forward to it too. Can't wait to see you there in the program, Raila. I'm sure we're going to have an awesome time together. And so that's also what we're talking about from selfie to service. Why should you be concerned about moving from selfie to service? How does moving from selfie to service affect your performance as a high achiever? Sorry, as an uncommon achiever. And specifically, let me just start by saying that some years ago was my pastor's birthday. And if you know, my pastor is Pastor Sam Adeyemi. And if you know Pastor Sam, then it wouldn't come as a surprise. Oh, I'm grateful for my life, family, and health. Oh, awesome, Rayla. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um, so, like I was saying, some years ago was my pastor's birthday. Specifically, was his 50th birthday. Can't remember what year it was again now, but I think maybe some 3 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, Pastor Sam Adeyemi. And if you know Pastor Sam, you know he's very reserved person. So it didn't come as a surprise to many of us when instead of a loud party to mark such a huge milestone in his life, he opted for a simple 90-minute service. Trust me, maybe other people might have been surprised, but I wasn't surprised because I know that he's very reserved. And I'm sure many people too were really surprised that he did that. It was just a simple service, just to where he was just being grateful to God for how much God had helped him on his journey and everything. But one thing I would not forget in that service was when he got on stage to thank everyone for coming to celebrate with him on such an occasion. And the first words that he said was what blew my mind. I'll never forget it. And he was also quoting his own pastor. And he said that in life, he has discovered that his greatest joys has come from people and his greatest pains have also come from people. I'll say that again. That his greatest joys or joy, I don't know if there's plural of joys of joy, don't mind me. His greatest joy has come from people, and also his greatest pain has come from people. Now, for me, the high performance translation of that statement simply means that everything that we are, it's tied to our relationships. Everything or the summation of who that we are right now is as a result of our relationships. And everything that we are going to be in the future is also closely tied to our relationships. And for me, that's what you discover that as high performers, we have to pay attention to the quality of our relationship. It's just so important. One thing that you discover about high performing people is that they have high performing relationships. They make it a top priority. And for me, I know what it is, how that some of us has gotten how our fingers burnt, where when it comes to this issue of relationships, we're just like, no, 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 please, 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 please. Any form of any close relationships, relationships, sorry, you know what, I'm done. I'm not interested. Yes, absolutely, Rayla. Thank you so much for sharing that. As in, I'm just done. I'm not interested with having any close relationship with people. I'm okay by myself. You know what? I'd rather have my pet dog. He's always so loyal. He will not stab me in the back. He's always there for me and everything. And while I know that that's it's as long as you are an adult, as long as you are the 18 and above, we all have our stories to share about getting our fingers burnt in relationships that we have been involved in. But it's still coming back to that place where you say to yourself that the same wall or the same fence that you build to keep the bad guys out is the same fence and the walls that will prevent the good guys from coming in. And that's just what it is, that there is no significant goal you want to achieve as a high performer that is not tied to the quality of your relationship. I want you to just take a moment and think of that goal, whatever that goal may be right now. Be it a financial goal, be it a health and a fitness goal, be it a spiritual goal, be it a business goal, be it a career goal, be it whatever goal that you want to achieve some level of significance in. Whatever that goal may be, it's closely tied to your relationships with people, to the quality of the relationships that you have with people. And so while it's exciting for you to say, oh, I can do all well by myself, you know what, I don't need people, I only need my loyal pets and all that. It's coming back to that place where we say that if we are going to go to the next level as high performers, then we need to come back to that place where we say, how am I building quality relationships? How am I having high performing relationships? The true test of our maturity as high performers is the quality of our relationships. I know how many times I've stayed by myself and you know what, I'm just in that Zen mode. I'm not disturbing anybody. Nobody is disturbing me. And then the next moment, my wife comes up to me and says something. And then the next thing I find myself is that I'm backing like a dog blah, 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 at her. And I'm like, where did that come from? Just moments ago, I was all zen and at peace and, just in the zone. And then this person just comes in and then I'm just reacting all of a sudden. Where did that come from? And then is that the way you are saying to yourself that, you know what, that's the real you. That's the real you that just showed up. That person, yes, you might want to say that that person did something to provoke you or that made you to respond in that way, but that's the real you. That's the real you that showed up. So that you where you were, because there was nobody around, nobody to disturb you and all that, you are feeling all zen and all mature and all wise and intelligent. That's not the real you. The real you shows up in relationships. The real you shows up in your interaction with people. And so does that not make sense that if I really want to be improved as a person, if I really want to improve as a high performer, then is it not better I start getting myself into situations where I'm interacting with people? Because that's the only way we will grow. That's the only way we will develop. That's the only way we will mature and see that change affect and reflect in every other aspect of our life. That's why I feel that this conversation is so important. And then you now say that, okay, so if we're saying these relationships are so important and our approach to these relationships, it's very important, then what kind of approach, what kind of mindset do we need to have if we are going to have quality relationships? And for me, that's the mindset of service. To have that mindset of service changes everything, especially in this day and age, where things are coming at us from left, right, and center, and there is that temptation to be focused on ourselves, to be concerned about ourselves, to be concerned about the things that we are going through. The place where everything changes, where the game changes, is where we shift from that place of selfie, from that place of self to that place of service. And that's just what I'm going to be sharing with you in the next couple of minutes. Three quick ideas, that we need to have in when it comes to this mindset of service for us to build quality relationships, for us to have high performing relationships, so that we can truly achieve those goals that matter to us. For me, that's what it is. I know that you have goals that are very important to you: financial goals, business goals, career goals. And what I've come to mention to you today is that the success of those goals is hinged to the quality of the relationships you build. And that's why we need to take these things very seriously. So, getting right into it, three qualities of the mindset of service for quality relationship. Number one is the quality of learning from people. The quality of learning from people. How do you make the shift from selfie to service? Learn from people, have that mindset of learning from people. And you will discover that it's a game changer, because many of the times the reason why there is friction in our relationships most times is because everybody is trying to prove how much they know. Look at it in your relationship with your spouse, in your relationship with your boss, in your relationship with your colleagues at work, at every level. The reason why we struggle is because we make it all about what we know, instead of going into that relationship with the mindset of saying, how can I learn from these people? And for me, that's where the dynamic changes. Where we, every situation that we get into, we are saying to ourselves, how can I learn something from these people? What can I learn from this person? How can a knowledge that this person has benefit me? It changes everything. Because for me, my own goal for a very long time was to read all the books, as much books as I could read in the world, so that I could be very intelligent and very wise, to just dish out information and wisdom to people that will change and improve their lives. But for me, but these days, I'm realizing more and more that wisdom is not about how much you know, it's about how much you are willing to learn, really. It's about how much you are willing to learn. It's the wise King Solomon that says that wise people take advice. For me, it almost doesn't make sense. Wise people take advice. No, wise people should give advice. But this is the wise King Solomon saying to us that no, it doesn't work that way. Wise people take advice. So you want to know that you are wise, it's about your willingness to receive advice from others. You want to know that you are wise, it's not about you being a great teacher, it's about the fact that are you teachable? You want to know that you are wise, it's not about how far you have come in life, it's about your willingness to begin again. To say, irrespective of how far I've come, am I willing to start again? Am I willing to begin this journey again? Because I'm realizing more and more that there are certain things that I do not know. And this is what separates wise people. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that, Raela. This is what separates truly wise people from know-it-alls. And one thing that we need to keep reminding ourselves as high performers is that the goal is not to be a know it all, the goal is to be a wise person. And if our goal is to be wise people, then let us go into our relationships with that mindset of what we can learn from the other person. The second thing, to move from selfie to service, is for us to have that mindset of honoring people, to have that mindset of honoring people, to say, to treat people with respect, to not take people for granted. It's a game changer, absolutely. And for you, honoring people can mean different things to different people. For me, honoring people, like honoring my spouse, for me it means, hugging her a little tighter, hugging my wife a little tighter, hugging my mom a little tighter, hugging my sister a little tighter anytime I see them. And when you feel tempted to break the hug, something that tells you, just linger a moment longer. For me, that's really what it means. That's what it means to honor them and not to take them for granted. Because over time, when you start getting familiar with people, yes, thank you so much, Reda. Absolutely, having the mindset of respect and not taking the people for granted. Because when you start getting familiar with people, there is a way that everything becomes perfunctory. The kiss becomes perfunctory, the hug becomes perfunctory, the shake becomes perfunctory, as in just out of routine and out of duty. But when we talk about honoring people, is bringing back that full presence of mind and saying that the kiss, the hug, the shake, your discussion, your conversation is intentional. You are fully present. You are not kissing the person and then you are thinking of the next goal that you are trying to achieve. Yes, the goal will always be there, but for that very moment, bring the full presence of mind into that thing that you are doing. Trust me, even me that I'm saying it, I'm not there. So don't think that I'm saying this from a place of browbeating you over the head. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is so that I will not forget. And to when anytime I'm tempted to do otherwise, to remind myself that I remember that thing that you said. So make sure that you are not somebody that is only talking the talk. You are walking the walk. And for me, that's why it's so exciting for me to be doing this, so that we can all go along on this journey and say in this particular time where it looks like such a big struggle for us to take our heads out of our phone screens every single moment. That's just what it is, that you have to be conscious of the fact of how many times in a day that your head is like this and saying, as in, even all this neck pain that we're complaining about, perhaps that's even the reason. And you even say, okay, lift your head out of your phone and really look at the people around you and be present with them. As in, not talking with them and working at the same time while you are doing. Like my wife will always say, where are you always rushing to? Before I even say something, you have already reached the next place that you are going to, that I don't even have the ability to even communicate to you. But to say, okay, if this person is talking to me, to stop and to truly listen and pay attention to them and give them your full presence. And for me, that's just what it is. The third thing to move from selfie to service is to improve people. How do we move from selfie to service? To go into the relationship with the mindset to improve people. Now, I must quickly mention that when I say improve people, I'm not saying to go into that relationship with the mindset of seeing something wrong with the person that you want to fix. Please, that's not what I'm talking about. That you are looking at them with the mindset of, oh, there's this thing that is wrong with you. I've made it my sole responsibility and duty to fix it. Please, no, that's not where I'm coming from at all. Where I'm coming from is the fact that there are things that you have learned on your journey that has, as a high performer, that has benefited you, to this point, and you are in that place where you can make a suggestion to that particular person and say, oh, this has helped me. And you know what? Hey, there's this particular thing that I'm doing, just as a suggestion, as a form of fun. There's this particular thing that I'm doing. Have you tried it? Oh, you should give it a try, and and let me know how that goes. Where you get into a conversation with a person and the person is saying that, look, I have trouble sleeping for several weeks, I've not been sleeping, and then you can actually see it in them. Their eye bags under their under their eyes are bloodshot. And then you are hearing that conversation, and does that conversation go over your head, or you are just like, okay, so okay, perhaps even just allowing them to talk through the process, that, okay, why do you think that is? Why do you think that you are having trouble sleeping? Perhaps the person is just even looking for a listening ear, just to talk about that particular challenge that they are going through. And you cannot imagine how just being there to actually listen to them, to talk through that thing, changes the dynamic for them. And the truth about it is that it also changes the dynamic for you, because it's in that place of having that mindset of being conscious and being present, to be that person that helps people to improve, that improves you. I can't tell you how much I have improved by having that commitment to show up on a live session like this every week and to share the lessons that I'm learning. It has taken my performance from here to there. And that for me, that's just what it is, that I can't have these things and not say, okay, how can I share this thing? How can I just share that little bit of insight that might help somebody to improve? And for me, it has improved my life. It has helped me to get on stages and to talk, get on live stages, in person live stages, and to talk. And everybody is like, wow, we are so blessed. But he started from somewhere. He started from that commitment to say, okay, look, let me be that person that goes into every relationship to help the person improve. And just like I'm saying, every day I'm not there. I'm not there yet. I'm reminding myself every day that kind of you have to be more conscious of these things. You can't go into have a conversation with somebody and then the person is talking about certain things and you are just like, well, that's none of my business. It's your problem. It's not mine. And it's realizing that thing that it doesn't get you off the hook, really. It doesn't get you off the hook. It's not about invading anybody's privacy and all that, but saying to ourselves that, look, it's not just all about me. It's not just all about what I'm going through. Right now, even with the fact that our lives are imperfect, even with the fact that we are still struggling with certain things, there are things that there are things that has helped you. Trust me, that can help improve the life of somebody. And those are the three things. Go into every relationship with the mindset to learn from people, go into every relationship with the mindset to honor people, and go into every relationship with the mindset to help them improve. Those are the three ways that we move from selfie to service. And always how I do it in every live session, I go down and I share with you a practical real life experience of how I moved from selfie to service, so that it's not just all talk, talk, talk. Even though I've actually shared some stories with you, but now let me share a particular story that for me that happened recently, that practically illustrated, or sorry, that illustrates, sorry, what I'm talking about. And specifically, it was few days to the seven figure pitch seminar, which is the live in person event that I held. That was early June, early last month. Few days before that event, what happened was that I got the list of the participants of the event for the seminar. Yes, thank you so much, Rayla, for sharing that. I got the list of the people who were of the participants of the event, and I got that list, and looking at that list, immediately I could feel the fear rising up in my heart. Now, I must mention that all this while, several months ago, since the beginning of this year, preparing for that event, preparing for that seminar, I didn't have any form of fear. I won't lie. Yes, there were times, okay, little, maybe what being a little bit worried about this, worried, but I didn't have any form of fear. If I all through, I was with this confidence that, look, I'm going to blow the minds of those participants. They are going to wonder what hit them at that event. That had been my mindset all the while. But now, a few days to the event, and I saw the list of the participants, and I now began to feel fear. And I was like, where is this thing coming from? And really, what happened was I was looking at that list of over 20 people, and then it now dawned on me that, wow, these are real people that are coming for the event. Maybe all the while I was just imagining, okay, yeah, people will be there and all that, but now I could see the real names. I was seeing names like Lukman. I was seeing names like Malik. I was seeing names like Sandra. And then it now hit me that, look, these are real people coming for the event. And that's when it now dawned on me that, the whole everything that you have prepared for to say at this event, is it going to be enough to engage these people for a whole day? That was one thought that hit me, and immediately that thought hit me, it was like boom. I was like, okay. And then the next thought that hit me was like, okay, on this list are most of these people are people that work for the state government, and immediately that shook me to my core. I was like, you know how it is most of the time, people that work for in public service, they are not really like people that work in the private sector. Won't they be like, this private sector guy, what does he know and all that? Won't they be close-minded to the ideas that I have to share? And I was like, okay, that was another like shocker to my bone. And then I looked at the list again, and then I now noticed, because what I usually do is that anytime I'm having an event like that, I make sure that I do my due diligence, do my assignment. So what I did was I actually went online. I started checking out some of these people. And that's when I realized, when I started seeing their pictures, I was like, wow, some of these people are older than me. Oh my God. Wouldn't they look down on me because I'm younger than them, as like, what does this small boy know and what does he have to say that I have to listen to me? listen to that I have to listen to him, that was another hit that I felt in my body. And then the next thing that I noticed was that looking at a name like Lukman, looking at a name like Malik, wow, so these people are actually Muslim. And I was now beginning to say to myself, Kayode, what about if you mess yourself up, you get on that stage and mistakenly you say, praise the Lord, hallelujah, what's going to happen? And for saying it now, it sounds so ridiculous. But every time, anytime that that self-sabotage mode comes up, trust me, that's what every time, that's what's going to happen. All manner of ridiculous thoughts are going to be hitting you from left, right, and center. And I'm telling you that that's what I was thinking. That what if I get on stage and mistakenly I say praise the Lord, hallelujah? Would that be so embarrassing? And but that was how I was going on in my mind, and with each and every one of those thoughts, Rela says they will say hallelujah. That Abio, honestly, that's just it. With every thought that I was thinking like that, I could feel myself getting closer to total panic mode. Until this small voice just lifted up in my heart and just said, Kayode, what are you doing? Look at that list closely and tell me, what do you see? And looking at that list again, it just dawned on me that these are just people. And the voice said, exactly, these are people. And tell me one thing that people have, that everybody has, that transcends status, that transcends religious beliefs, that transcends age. Tell me that one thing that people, that everybody has, that transcends all these things. And the thing that hit me was that problems. Isn't that true? That's one thing that everybody has, that people have. People have problems. And so it now dawned on me that, and then what's your problem? Go to that event with the intention to help them solve a particular problem or any problem that they have in the best way that you know how. And for me, that just changed the dynamic, as in it totally changed the dynamic. I now realized what the problem was, what the problem was all this while that was making me afraid, that was trying to make me panic, was that I had been so focused on myself, so focused on how I measured up, so focused on being liked, presenting myself in such a way that I'll be liked by the participants of the event, when in the real sense, none of that mattered. None of that mattered. These people were paying hard-earned money to be at that event, to be at that seminar, because they wanted their lives to improve. They wanted to learn something that could help them improve their lives, that could take them further on their journey, that could move them closer to the goals that they wanted to achieve in life. And for me, it now dawned on me that if I went into that seminar, if I went into that event with the mindset not to show these people how much I knew, but to realize that these people have also come so far on their journey, and that if I went there with a teachable mindset, with a mindset to learn, I would also learn from them. I had as much to learn from them as they had to learn from me as well. And then the second thing was that I will go into that event with the mindset to honor them. And for me, that's just what it is. Because that day, interestingly, the first Saturday in the month of June that we held the event, it rained. It rained heavily. Even though it didn't rain for long, it rained for a short period of time. But just before the event was about to start, there was a heavy downpour. And guess what? One of these a partner of the event, I can never forget. That's Sandra Adora. If you are watching this, Sandra, God bless you, real good. As in, I remember that she called and said, "Oh, you know what? It's raining. Please, is there any way I could stream the event if I can't make it down?" And we said, "I'm sorry, Sandra. We don't have any provisions because we didn't have anybody that was going to watch it online. The only provisions we have are for everybody, for people who are going to be in person." And I remember that she came through the rain. And guess what she said to us at the even before the event ended? She said, "Look, I'm so glad I didn't stay at home. I'm so glad that I braced the rain and I came." And for me, that was just was so heartwarming. And I made sure to let everybody at the event know that, look, I honor you, I respect you, for making out time. This is the first Saturday in the month. Despite the rain and everything, you still made it here. I honor you and I salute you. And for me, that's just what it is, that as long as we go into every relationship with that mindset to honor people, to honor them, for trying, for doing the best that they can, because that's just what it is. Everybody is doing the best that they know how. Yes, I know people can be douchebags sometimes. People can do things that can really get on your nerves, that can really, really, really be upsetting, but at the end of the day, you just realize, you just come back to that place where you just tell yourself that they are just doing the best that they know how. It's the same way that you do certain things that really annoys somebody, but you really, really, if you're a high performer, I know it that you are just doing the best that you can. I'm just doing the best that you can. And so it's just coming back to that place where you honor people for trying and for doing their best, and refusing to, when you do that, you don't close up to people, because that breakthrough, that testimony that you and I are looking forward to is still going to come from people. And one thing that I can assure you is that this year, 2023, that breakthrough is still coming. This year 2023 can still be your best year yet. And I can't wait to hear your testimony. I can't wait to celebrate with you. I'm just so excited, just so pumped. Absolutely ready. Amen. It's going to be our best year yet. And for me, my own charge and my own encouragement to you is that the only way that will happen is if we have high performing relationships. If we go into every relationship with that mindset, to learn from people, to honor people, and to do the best that we can to help people improve and to grow and to help them achieve their own goals. And in the process, trust me, we will see our own lives improve, grow, and achieve those goals that really, really matter to us. Awesome stuff, right? If this has been awesome for you, type yes in the comment section in the chat box. Type yes, 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 yes. It's been an awesome time for me. And if you have any questions, I'll take the questions now. Just like I said at the beginning of this session, um, just so grateful to be doing this. This is the lesson that I'm learning this week. Awesome, Raila. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um, I know that this has been a great blessing to you. It has been a great blessing to me, absolutely. So that's what it is. So grateful to be doing this. This is the lesson that I'm learning this week, how to move from selfie to service by learning, honoring people, and improving people. So please let me know, what did you learn from this session, or what did you learn this week? Let me know in the comment section below. And then let me also know, what's that project that you are looking forward to in the coming week, towards the weekend and the next couple of weeks. Let me know that project. I would really like to know. And let me see how I can be of assistance and help to you. And let us make sure that we work together to make those goals happen. One thing that I know that I'm putting in place and I'm looking forward to help you achieve your own financial goals is the $100 week. The $100 week. It's the first time I'm having this course, I'm having this program, and it's coming up next month in the month of August. And it's a 30-day coaching program where I share with you the psychology and practical steps to take to help you make $100 in a week. It's going to be a practical 30-day program. It's not theory, practical, to show you how, and for you to actually make that $100 in a week during that 30-day coaching program. I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. You don't want to miss out on that program. It's going to be a great time. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of this session, just type 100 in the comment section, and I will send you the link to get all the details for that program and for you to get signed up for that event. Thank you so much again for being here with me. You guys are the real MVP. You are the best. celebrate you. I honor you. I respect you. I don't take this for granted in any way. So grateful to be here on YouTube, live every Thursday like this. Can't wait to be with you next week again on another live session. But till then, you know how we do it. You're going to be seeing every update from me, videos, shorts, else everything, making sure that we're moving closer to that goal that we have set out to achieve this year, 2023. So that's it from me for just for this evening. Do enjoy your evening, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your Friday and your weekend, and have a great and a powerful week ahead. Remember, I'm rooting for you every step of the way. I'm praying for you. I know that you will have a big testimony this weekend, next week. Please do not forget to share your testimonies with me. Just so excited on your behalf. Do take care. Talk to you very soon. Your greatness is very sure.